All right, the recording is now up, which means this is your host, Spell, and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Remake. In the last episode, we did a lot of story stuff. A lot of heavy things happened in the story. I'm not going to say what those were because of spoilers, but at the moment we are on the final, I don't know what you would call it, the final bunch of side quests. And once we take care of this, there won't be much left to the game. So let's start our adventure by going to go see Johnny and give him his wallet back after getting it back from Kyrie.
Oh. Still no trains.
I think it's, well, keep waiting. It is spinning.
My wallet! My precious wallet! You really did it, bro! I knew I could count on you!
For the last time, don't call me that.
Thank you. Now I can get out of town.
You're leaving?
Hush, Tifa. Don't try to stop me. I'm a wanted man in these parts. If I stayed, I'd be a danger to you too.
Okay.
But if you begged me to stay, I could reconsider throwing everything away.
Good luck out there, Johnny.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You'll be fine wherever. You're Johnny. Don't forget.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I am. I'm your Johnny, Tifa, and nothing's gonna bring me down. Bro, Tifa, keep on shining. Johnny out.
the sad thing about that is because we know for a fact he's leaving Midgar, there's now a non-zero chance that he can show up in future games.
Hey there, man. You into music? I screwed up an order of discs, sitting on a mountain of them now. Mind taking at least one off my hands?
Okay. So now we have to do Corneo's Secret Stash. I know that Weimer has a quest for you. Let's see. Aside from the fact that nearly all Final Fantasy games are self-contained. The thing is that this specifically is called, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1. This was always Part 1. They just never called it Part 1 for the advertisements and the title to trick people into thinking it's by itself. It is not. Okay, but also, we could probably swing on by this one.
We go to Walmart.
Are all these people planning on waiting here all day?
I think they just don't want me right now.
Huh. Why can't we go to the Undercity section?
Well, keep waiting or go home.
Home might be the better option. At this rate, they'll probably use the trains as shelters.
Maybe we have to go visit it first? Yeah, this was always this is going to be part 1. In fact, I've stated it before, Final Fantasy VII, what is it, Rebirth? Which is the part 2 of the Re-series. I know, it's so dumb. That's coming out this winter.
Take him out.
Bring it!
Enough. You're good at
Getting
this.
back into the flow of things.
Told you so.
Easy now.
Remembering my skills.
The one in the bag.
Did I scan all those? Oh, yeah. These are enemies from a long time ago.
Seriously?
Lesser drakes, hedgehog pies, they're all enemies we've seen before. Just to show, though, you see those dots? Like, it's kind of hard to... Actually, you can't. I never realized that. You guys, because my character's in the way, you guys can't see the symbol that says I've already scanned the enemies. Sorry, I never noticed that until just now. But yes, I have scanned this. My head is in the way. Yeah. Me and my big head.
That's that.
Would kill for a shower.
Okay, but we're going to open the first of these doors. Now, we've been seeing these throughout the game, but now we have the key to open any, Don Corneo door. And behind it is a prayer materia. We've already had one of those, but it's nice to have another. And then these boxes have increased chances to have Moogle medals and, items in them. Ooh, that one had an elixir. Contained a Mr. Cuddlesworth. Fuzzy Wuzzy. Alright, time to open these up. And one of them has a quest item, I'm sure. 3 Molotov cocktails, I'll never use that. A circlet. 4 bottles of adrenaline. The Ruby Tiara, that's the quest item. And 2 Moogle medals. 2 Maiden's Kisses. And 3,000 gil. So the next area we have to go to that's for Corneo's stash, but let's see. Alright, we have to head to the Sector 6 slums. For the next one. We're going to quickly go to Evergreen Park, though. Because I know there's another quest there that we missed.
Come on, let's ride.
There. Not too shabby now, is it?
Where is Weimer? Here he is.
This is bad. Oh, hey Barrett.
Hey, how's it going?
Could be better. I've got a good number of watchmen out looking for survivors. But as much as I'd love to join them, I've got another mess on my hands at the moment. Remember those rumors about a lab? They're true. There is one, hidden underground somewhere, and it's full of monsters. So Cloud, think you can lend us a hand with it? It's only a matter of time before these monsters come calling. I know it's a dangerous job, but
no one else can do it.
well, yeah. So help us out.
Okay, the Subterranean Menace is something we're going to need to do in order to complete another quest we have as well, Secret Medicine. So, let's see. We have to... over here.
There's still
We wouldn't have to worry about that if you hadn't decided to go back for your shit.
Everyone, grab your stuff. We're
We
heading
could
out
head
soon.
that way, though. This leads to the lab, doesn't it? Okay, no. First things first. I don't want to get too distracted. We're gonna grab another one of Corneo's treasures. There's 3 that we need to collect.
I can't.
Oh, okay. I thought someone might have been trapped, but I was just like, I don't remember that quest. It's not, she's just panicking. Okay, we got the ruby, the diamond, and we need the emerald. And I'm sure anyone who has played Final Fantasy VII will probably go like, ah, I get the reference there. Okay, we need to head eventually to the sewers. But I think that's going to be another, like, we have to complete a story mission first. The ultimate weapons, right? Yep, there was diamond weapon, ruby weapon, and emerald weapon. AKA the super duper bonus bosses, correct. Okay, now we have to head... Ooh, I want to kill these things, though. These are easy XP.
No surprises there.
Alright, back to the Evergreen Park. Let's head down into the underground lab.
Come on, let's ride.
Do you have anything new?
This is all I was able to recover.
And get plenty of food, too.
Come back if you need anything.
Gotta find that last chocobo at some point. No, we have all the chocobos. That's why we got the lifetime pass. Chocobo riding is no longer free. We got them all. You missed that part? Oh, okay. Yeah, finding them all didn't take any time at all.
Turn up the pressure.
Ooh, I think the Wrath Hound might be now. It is not. Oh. Nope, don't throw! Thank you. Ah, I thought I dodged. Get it off, get it off, get it off. Tifa! Ah, so close.
I didn't say you could sit this one out. Joke on it, asshole! You ain't getting out of this. Some leader I am.
It's on now.
That's right. You're weak to my lightning slashes.
Scared of something?
Get down here.
I'm through with you.
Okay, that broke your magic wall.
Nothing's gonna stop.
You would say that.
I don't really usually like Blade Burst, but I think in that one instance it's good.
Da, 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 da.
Okay, the growling's getting closer though. This place may seem complicated, but it's still just a straight line. Just a few odd places. And unfortunately, we're not playing as Barrett, so it's really hard to reach a lot of these. I prefer not trying to slice at each one.
Give it all you got.
Worked up a good sweat.
And here we go. If you guys remember, this was we passed this the very first time we were here with Barrett, but now it's open.
Let's do this.
A behemoth! But a sick version of it.
Let's do it right.
Type 0 behemoth. Cripple and knock down its upper or lower body. While one is knocked down, do the same to the other to stagger it. It will counter if attacked with spells while its horns are intact. So, break the horns.
Enough of you.
Come on, big hit, big hit, big hit, let's go! Yes! That did immense damage. It sucks I didn't hit directly the horns with it. But that was good. Doing. Oh, I didn't know it could do that. That's fun.
Never again.
Okay, No chance you're avoiding this now. Boom! Oh no, 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 wait, it's out of health. Run! You know, it's times like these I'm glad we're in an underground lab. Did it try to summon a meteor? Yes! That's what behemoths do when they die.
Turn up the pressure. Was never in doubt.
But yes, I love the design of the Type 0 behemoth. I'm gonna say this, Final Fantasy does not like to change the design of Behemoth all that much, except for Kingdom Hearts, and let's be real, the Kingdom Hearts Behemoth doesn't look anywhere near as cool as the original. But it's been pretty consistent through a lot of the games in the recent years. I think the Type 0 Behemoth is a very nice looking design of the Behemoth. It is sickly, it is grotesque even, and it's reminiscent of the experiments located down here, so I think it's actually really cool.
No turning back. Get ready.
Come on!
Try this. Get ready.
Come on. Yeah, finish it!
That's a win.
Infinity's End has such a long wind-up, but it's so satisfying when you hit a staggered enemy with it. What can I say? Q likes great swords and when they do really, really, really big attacks. Q and his great sword finishers. Yes! Yes. Secret medicine, return to the doctor? No, we have to return to him first.
You took care of those monsters? Oh, thank you. That's one less big problem to worry about. We owe you.
I know it's tough right now, but stay strong, you hear?
You too, buddy. But hey, we're grounders. We don't break easy. I know it's not much, but take this with my thanks.
And we got a wrecking ball. So if you guys remember me saying earlier when we got Barrett's first melee weapon, and there were only 2 in the entire game, this is the other one. This is Barrett's pure attack power weapon. All right. You like Barrett with a gun? I do too, but I do want to bring up something that's pretty neat about this strategy. And I do want to have him learn this ability. So we're going to grab the wrecking ball, which, by the way, also has like the most slots for him. Going to switch to Barrett as leader for a while, just till we learn the new attack. Which is Smackdown. Sends nearby enemies flying. It's great.
Everyone who got out ahead of us has probably moved on. So we're the stragglers.
Hang on, I seem to be dropping quite a few frames for a second there. Making sure my computer's not trying to download anything. By the way, is it just me or are summons kind of useless in this game? By the time they can be summoned, the enemy's almost dead. The only exception you've seen was the 3v2 on top of the support pillar. Okay, it's true that summons are very limitedly useful in this game. They show up when they want to show up, and I have a lot of strategies that involve absolutely wrecking enemies. I kind of don't have the defensive play style. Okay, we need to head back to the sector 6? Aerith's place.
And get plenty of sleep too.
Between life and death.
5. It was 5. It's true that summons are limitedly useful. Like, I like how they look, but they're just not that great. They do level with you in terms of damage, so they're always useful. But they never show up when, like, in time.
Did you manage to get everything I needed? Thank you. This ought to be more than enough. I can see why Aerith put her trust in you. Don't worry. I'll take it from here. You've done more than
Why
your
did
fair
you
share
need a
already.
behemoth horn?
Here, take this. I'm betting it'll come in handy.
Sector 6 was grayed out. Okay, let me show something. Don't worry that Sector 6 was grayed out there, because we have it unlocked.
Well, that's all 3 missing birds. Don't know what I would have done without y'all. Now we
I
can
wasn't
get back
trying
to
to
business.
talk to you. Anyway, we are currently in the Sector 5 Undercity entrance. That is where we are, so it's not, Actually, yeah, so we can't go to the place we're at. We were at, Sector 6 Evergreen Park earlier. Don't worry, we have all fast travel locations. The only thing we have left to do, to my knowledge, and I'll look it up if I'm wrong afterwards, but if I'm correct, we have to proceed the story just a little bit so that we can enter the sewers again, where we know the last Don Corneo gate is. In fact, I believe there's 2 down there. So as of right now, like, in case anyone wants a story reason, like a quick recap, we're currently going to Don Corneo's place because we need a way to get to the upper city up there so that we can go to Shinra. And we know Don Corneo probably has the connections to get us there. Whether he wants to give it... We're taking it, okay? we're not really asking. So many doors.
No one's home.
Long time no
Hey, Leslie.
What brings you back here?
Well, we need to find a way to get topside as quickly as possible. And we figured Corneo ought to know one.
Is that so? In that case, I can help.
You serious? Then tell us.
Follow me.
Let's just hear him out.
So, what's the deal with the hole?
Unfinished business. If you 3 give me a hand with it, I'll give you what you need to get topside.
You want us to go back into the sewers with you? What's down there?
Corneo's hidey hole. That's where I'm headed.
You're not gonna try to screw us over, are you?
If that's what you think, walk away. I'll find somebody else to work with. And you'll have to find another way to get topside.
All right, we're in.
Say what?
He betrays us, he dies.
Fine by me.
He means it.
I'll tell you more after we've climbed down. When you're good to go, let me know.
Yeah, we need to head into the sewers.
You guys ready? Okay, follow me.
Seriously, what's the deal with the hole?
It's a trap for the Don's enemies.
What?
No one's ever gotten out alive. Well, until recently, that is.
We did threaten to chop his balls off. Makes sense he'd drop us down a hole. I'm just saying. Also, we did fall for it.
You are gonna hold up your end of the bargain, right?
Long as you hold up yours, yeah.
I don't trust you and I don't like you. So if you so much as
I
breathe in a
love
suspicious
Barrett without
way,
a gun.
I'll turn that face of yours into a
Because now he's
honeycomb.
just pointing a big spiked ball at
I'd
people.
save you bullets for the monsters if I were you. Some are a lot tougher than you'd think. Hate to say it, but I can barely take them on my own. You, on the other hand, shouldn't have any trouble. Am I right?
It doesn't have the same weight to it,
Let's get
does
this
it?
over with.
Head for the trunk line. It marks the border with Sector 7. You three lead the way. I'll follow a short distance behind.
Oh, I didn't know we could climb this. The idea of making his face into a honeycomb with a big spiky ball might have more weight to it, to be honest. Yeah, but I meant just pointing it.
Going in!
And the thing is, it still fires bullets if you use maximum
Let's go.
fury. And because the spiked ball has the most attack power for Barrett, that's one of the biggest DPS, like, physical attacks in the game. Don't ask me how it fires bullets.
Y'all ain't nothing!
Easy now.
Get your ass out of here! Gonna send you around the world and back! Oh, you gon' feel this! Going in! Gonna send you around the world and back!
Dang it.
Keep it coming! I'm ready!
One step at a time, huh?
Y'all done did it now! Oh, you gon' feel that! This ain't nothing! Yeah! I'm coming for you!
Bring it!
Don't stop now! How'd you like that? Big fat!
Also, hey Q, hey chat. Yeah, welcome to the chat. Just feel free to hang out as long as you want, man.
We do this fast.
Joke on it, asshole!
No, 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 no!
All set.
I got it.
Dang it! I hate Sahagin so much.
You're done. Let's finish this.
I know I'll do better.
So many frog blips. I mean, I'm trying. I know there's going to be a, like, Sahagin boss soon, so I don't really want to, use all of my, like, frog cures beforehand. Gotta go around. So this is one of the Corneo doors we saw earlier. Except we didn't open this one. This is not the one that leads to the treasure. This is the one that leads to his hidey hole.
We'll take it.
Yeah, not with me here. Ha! Get your ass out of here. Got a whole heap of land with your name on it.
Let's go. Come on. Bring it. Head up. Finish off. Keep it up.
Going in. Not good enough. I'm coming for you.
Head up. Keep it up. Gotcha.
Going in.
Alright, now that Barrett actually has his weapon, though, we could probably upgrade Big Bertha.
Now that is what I call teamwork.
I guess.
Oh, there was an item.
Ain't no one away from this.
I miss starting battles as Cloud.
You would say that.
The mark of avalanche. Right. Jesse and Big stashed the skeleton key down here.
I never got the chance to thank them for what they did.
Tifa.
Let's just keep moving, okay?
Hate to interrupt, but the trunk line's just through that door. The one over there?
Yeah, we heard you. Made it. About time.
This way. There should be a door with Corneo's mark on it around here.
Yeah, this was another door.
Hey, wasn't this
It
locked
was.
before?
Your time to shine. Clear the path ahead, would you?
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Why did you help us out before? You could have lost everything.
Andrea, you told me to.
That really it?
And I couldn't bring myself to let it happen again.
Huh?
It doesn't matter.
Ooh,
Let's go.
Leslie's got some backstory.
Let's do this. Let's finish this.
That's the way to do it.
Wait. We're getting close to Corneo's hideout. From here on, I'll take the lead.
I hate being a frog. Why does he keep waving his arm in that weird way to emphasize everything he says? Welcome to a lot of just JRPG things. You'll start noticing things like that. Like, people have that one way they move their arm, or that one way they, like, pump their fist, or something like that.
Yeah. So how are we supposed to get topside?
Leslie doesn't have a lot of does not have a lot of animations. He's not a main character.
We're not done.
Sorry, guys, but it's not that simple.
No! Wait! We gotta catch him!
Huh?
He took the key to the door! Without it, we're screwed!
Let's go.
Gotta get it.
Bastard went that way.
Although I love, don't lose it! You mean pick up every chest along the way? Got it.
Deal with him!
Bingo! All set. Aha!
Where the hell did that thing run off to?
Oh, as if this wasn't enough fun already.
Fury up ahead. It's that thing's dead. Keep your eyes peeled. You never know when its friends are gonna pop up.
Let's give him hell!
Alright, now we have this new enemy who is way too durable for their own good.
I got your number.
Okay, all attacks have only a slight effect on its stagger gauge. So we're gonna need to hit it a lot.
Scared of something?
I have no idea how this baby is this resilient.
No surprises there.
Wait, that's where we came from. It's weak to fire at least? Yeah. Look at it taunt me.
We ain't got time to play hide and seek, little shit.
I do like the cute thing that they can pick up random items to use as weapons against you. And they get special attacks because of it.
And there you have it.
Poison materia. Fitting for a sewer.
Focus.
Oh, do they hit like trucks?
Could be worse.
No turning back. You're done. Let's do this.
Let's move, move, move!
Not so fast.
Did I miss anything?
Got you now. So, gonna make us work for it, are you? I'm not gonna hurt you, little fella. So just stay still.
Alright, I'm awake.
Not bad.
Gotta be careful. Going in.
Thought I was a ghost back then.
Room to improve, huh?
Item here. I had 65 high potions. I think it's okay if I use a couple.
Take the right.
I'm on it.
Your days are numbered, rat boy.
Isn't that as fast as I can move, by the way?
Just like his owner.
Give it back.
Okay, and now we can actually scan the one that has the key.
Let's do it right.
Tactical data is not available because it's nothing special.
Gotta love
It does have more health, I believe, though. Still be careful, they hit like trucks. Here we go, the finisher.
I'm ending.
Die!
Give it back.
Yeah, that's not a key.
That's...
Give it back.
That's
Yeah,
not
that's
a
what I
key.
said.
Sorry.
That's not your pendant either. Were they family?
No.
It was all just a dream, wasn't it? But one day, no. Time to wake up and forget.
Six months ago. On that day, Corneo picked her as a bride, and on the next, she vanished without a trace. But before she did, she gave it back. Salt on the wound. Thing cost me a small fortune.
Why did you want to come down here?
Revenge. I know I need to let go, but I can't. I need closure, because without it, I'll never be able to move on.
It's fine. As long as you get us topside, we're still in.
Thanks. And don't worry, I got you.
You all right?
I know a shortcut. Follow me.
So yeah, that's Leslie's backstory. His fiance was chosen
That
by
twisted
Corneo.
piece of shit. I'm gonna enjoy beating him to a pulp.
Corneo's mine, and mine alone.
Huh?
Please.
Fine.
And that's actually the last door that we need to go through. Not related to the story, related to the side quest.
Wait outside.
Think the kid's gonna be okay going it alone?
Yeah, right. Wait, hold on. How's our HP doing? We could use a quick rest.
It's Leslie! Got some urgent info for the Dawn!
Come alone?
Of course.
Really? Without my little avalanche kittens? I thought I told you to round them up and bring them to me.
Actually, it's them I came to talk about.
That's the thing about pistols, they can be used at a distance.
Leslie. I don't think I need to remind you why I'm down here. Spilling the beans to those 3 escape artists was a serious mistake. Now I'm on Shinra's shit list. The plate stunt was meant to be an unprecedented tragedy, claiming countless innocent lives. But those naughty little kittens organized an evacuation and screwed up the plan.
How dare they?
I'll let you in on a secret. Shinra is going to abandon Midgar and build something close to paradise. I was invited to be a part of it. Dawn of a new and improved wall market. I'll be lucky to live another week. Leslie, I was gonna let you run your own place. Give you a piece of the action. What a shame. Pop quiz time, kiddo! Villains like us only divulge our evil plans in a certain situation. But what is that situation,
When you think you've already won.
Goodbye.
Think again, Don.
Huh? It's you.
You were talking about the Sector 7 plan. Keep talking, asshole.
Ah! Over there! Over there, look!
Don't try to bullshit us.
But that's the thing. It's not technically bullshit when it's true.
That thing's still around. And dude, he should be dead.
Good, Abzu. Feel free to play with your food. Gone out.
Bastard.
So now it's the Abzu fight from before,
First him,
but
then
with
Corneo.
babies. Oh, darn it.
Don't you down me, smartass. Got some fight left in you.
Let me handle this.
My
At least all the stuff is out of the way now.
Don't overdo it.
Yes, it's mine.
I got this.
Oh, it's getting mad.
Not throwing in the towel. Fight's not over yet.
And due to the weakness of fire, even though we were talking about how summons weren't really useful earlier, let's bring one out.
Watch yourself.
Take it over. explode.
Stay still.
Leslie, are you still alive after being just yeeted through a door?
You okay?
Where's Corneo?
Sorry, bastard got away.
It's fine. I'll track him down eventually. Not like I have anything better to do.
You know, I wouldn't be so sure about that. She could still be out there.
Can never be sure how much someone means to you till they're gone. Don't give up on her yet.
Was it a message? What was she trying to tell me?
We'll meet again.
Huh?
It's a symbol of reunion.
Then I guess I've got no choice but to find her first. Thanks.
Hold up. I think you might be forgetting something.
I haven't. Found it. Let's get out of here. And then I'll give you what you need.
Alright, but even though we could go up, we're not quite done with the sewers just yet. There's still the Corneo door near the control section. Trying to get my bearings. It's not the biggest maze, but it still is one. I missed this ladder. Amazing, yeah.
Give it all you got.
Keep it up, man.
Yeah, you too.
And then
Keep those gloves up.
Sure thing, Coach.
Okay, we did flip that switch, that's right. Wow, I just recovered a whole bunch of things. What broke those? That had to be a glitch. What's going on? Oh, all these boxes are spawning and breaking instantly. I can use a rest. We need to make it through this section again. The non-Corneo part. Maybe if I go follow Leslie until the end, it will open up a new path. That's bizarre. This place should be more open. And more boxes are spawning and giving me things.
Taste that sweet Midgar smog.
This way.
New grappling hooks!
Grappling guns. You can practically fly with the souped-up motors on these babies. Sector 7 is on the other side of that wall. The guns will get you over and past it, along with any number of other obstacles. But they're one-way tickets. So once you start up, there's no coming back. You should probably get your affairs in order, just in case.
Thank you.
Didn't tell you before, but we're looking for someone too.
That right. Hope you find it.
You too.
Let's go.
That up ahead is the point of no return, though. So obviously we're not heading there just yet. Yo, that's a goated VTuber avatar. Well, thank you. I like the design myself. Let's see. I'm gonna see if this path is now open that I tried to go through earlier. Did I outsource the design? I technically outsourced it. I gave someone, like, it was an artist who drew it for me. We collabed on it, but I'm not the artist. And then it went through several redesigns for a while until I landed on this. You know, the process.
Nothing to it.
Let's see. This is the point where the story progresses to save humanity from the evil overlord. Better going back to do side quests lasting several in-game days. True, we're on the final side quest though. I just need to figure out how to get into that one room.
Won't be tough.
Of course not. Come on.
You're done. Going in. That's that.
Ain't got nothing on me.
You ready? Let's do it. Let's finish this. Enough.
Not looking good.
Come on.
Losing my touch.
Everyone has their off days.
If this is what you want.
Was never in doubt.
Might have taken a wrong turn because I think the only thing waiting for me there is going to be the way back up. That is most unfortunate. This is the way to Don Corneo's place. Darn it. And that ladder I passed is how you get back up. Okay. No, I did miss something in one of the aqueducts. I was afraid of this. It's the final side quest, the final part of the final side quest, and I decide to flub it up now and get lost.
You're done.
Enough. Nothing's gonna stop us.
You would say that.
Okay, let's go.
Quick.
Nothing to it.
Yeah, that's blocked, so we have to go this way. is this anything? Yeah, what is this one? Okay. Is there a ladder over here I was not aware of? Oh, there's a staircase over there. But I can't go that way? Alright, just thinking to myself. Gotta be a way. Like, I've done this twice already, and yet it's not coming to me.
Coming through. You're mine. No. Going in.
No surprises there.
Don't look now, but it's about to get real. Oh yeah, another one in the bag.
Oh, there it is. Wow, okay. It's this side path up here. I ran past it because, well, we did last time. My bad. Wow, that was annoying.
Ain't nothing we can't handle.
And now we fight the boss of the Sahagan Prince.
Too bad.
His stagger gauge cannot normally be affected, but he becomes susceptible to staggering when in counterattack mode. His counterattacks are aborted when he is staggered. But yeah, he loves to spam turning you into a frog.
Let's try that again.
Not looking good.
Come on.
I was guarding the block. This is why I bought all these.
Pay attention.
Gotta love it.
I'm waiting.
Can you get out of there? You know, I'm just hitting him with Ascension.
Gotta give it my all. You're good at this.
Told you so.
Okay then. Y'all think we got everything? Question is, now what? It's not gonna be easy selling this stuff.
Oh, I know. What about Marl? We could ask her to help. I'm sure she'd be happy to.
And we get the worst accessory of the entire game. Like, I get the appeal of wanting to do this for a challenge, but it's like, why would you subject yourself to using the enfeeblement ring? Enter the battle with Toad status effect. That's all it does. You have to give up your accessory slot for that. You become a Toad. Same as Dark Souls ring that makes you take double damage. No, the thing is, I understand the appeal of taking double damage as a fun challenge, but being a Toad, it removes like your entire playstyle. Your attacks are not only weak, you get nothing. It's like, oh, I know the best way to play Dark Souls. You get rid of all your weapons, all your armor, you lose the ability to dodge, like things like that. You can't cast spells. How about that? We just make that. It's like, so what can you do? I just walk around, I guess. Like, taking double damage in Dark Souls, at least you have the same moveset.
Be more
people here. Everyone who got out ahead of us has probably moved on. So we're the stragglers, huh?
Oh, what brings you here?
Gifts from an angel.
They're to be used to help the people of Sector 7 rebuild.
The angel of the slums? You didn't meet her, did you? Tell me, what was she like?
Never met her. Just her go-between.
A shame. Oh, bless her sweet soul. I don't know what to say. I'll make sure the funds are put to good use. Here, why don't you take this? Something tells me you can use it more than me.
Not bad for a day's work. Should we go back to the shelter? The folks from Walmart have brought...
Okay. I do believe that might be every single side quest, but there is an easy way to find out. If you go to the Urban Advancement District and try to approach the wall, if there's something stopping you, that means you did everything. That's it. This thing right here. This will be here if you've done absolutely everything. Let's see. Merc, I saw what you did for the people here, and on behalf of those you've helped, I just wanted to say thanks. You've shown a bit of sunlight on this dreary town. I attached a little something to this letter. It's not much, but I figured it might come in handy. Don't forget, you've got an angel watching over you now. The guardian angel of the slums. And with that, it also gave us the second of only 2 in the entire game elemental materia. You heard me correctly. You have to do every single side quest in the game to get the second elemental materia. And by the way, we haven't even upgraded the elemental materia we have to level 2 because it takes so much AP to level. This thing is bananas. But it is a very, very good materia, so I'm not upset about the reward. In fact, we could slap it on here. Barrett's, so that he now has ice bullets.
Ready to do this? Once we start up that wall, we won't be coming back here anytime soon.
It's time to ascend.
So, when this is over, you gonna go on being a merc?
That's the plan.
Reckon it suits you.
Yeah, it does.
Used to think you were a little shit with a big attitude and a bigger inferiority complex. Quite possibly the worst person I have ever met. But that was before I figured you out. All this, it ain't you.
Deep down, you're a pretty nice guy. Didn't see it when we were kids, but...
Don't know about any of that. But kindness is no use on the battlefield. If anything, it's a liability.
And yet you're still kind.
No one's asking you to treat Shinra with kid gloves.
Aerith's up there waiting for us.
Then we better get a move on, huh?
Ready?
Chapter 15, the day Midgar stood still.
goals. Goal 1, kick some Shinra ass and save the planet. Goal 2, save the girl while kicking more Shinra ass and get out.
Copy.
Gotta be careful. No telling what's gonna collapse or when.
Bobby, where did Daddy go? Don't worry, sweetie. Everything will be okay.
Are you hurt?
No.
I'm actually surprised about the amount of living people. Like, I know humans can be pretty resilient, but keep in mind, this is the top plate. So, everyone here fell from way up there down here. Everyone fell.
Damn it! Not again.
Why did this have to happen?
We did explore the below, but now we're on top, and it's still awful.
You guys might want to turn around.
A friend of ours needs help.
It's too dangerous.
For you, maybe.
Just try to be careful.
Actually, I just thought of something. We should probably make Barrett's bullets wind bullets. Because aerial enemies are already weak to wind. That will just allow us to, you know, make Barrett more useful in that regard. That he shoots aerial enemies. Alright, wind attacks rapidly fill stagger gauge, so they're weak to ice and wind.
Good job.
Whatever, man. Let's go.
Way forward. Yes.
Give it all you got.
Hit it, big boss. Let's
Give me your best shot.
Not good enough. Damn it. Hope you don't mind if I'm ready for the hole. Golden opportunity right here. Stay down, asshole. Check out this shit right here.
could we have done better?
Coming through.
Of course. Whoa, that hurt for some reason.
That's a win.
I did all that for a single Mega Potion. Sometimes it's just not worth it.
So that's where we have to climb?
If it comes apart while we're up there.
We've made it through worse, you know.
Yeah, no kidding. It's a miracle we haven't been killed a dozen times over by now. It's a dead end.
Wonder if this rope belongs to search and rescue.
Think we might be able to climb up here.
Time for the grappling guns. Try to aim for that part of the rope that's hanging there.
Don't screw up and fall. By the way, how well you do with this grappling gun will tell us a whole lot about you.
Just remember, we can't come back down. Are you ready?
Okay, so now we can actually use the grappling
I think I see a
gun
rope hanging off the top there.
occasionally for exploration. It's used so limited, like so few times. Don't think it's gonna be a new, wow, an exploration feature. No, it's we're gonna use it less than like 8 times throughout the entire game. Ooh, big boy.
Kill team.
Huh. We can take them.
We need to stay on mission.
I know. Saving Aerith is our top priority.
Hey, soldiers!
I got your number.
Weak to fire. Hitting them with physical attacks and blocking theirs will eventually make them susceptible to staggering. Yeah, these are third-class soldiers. Dang it.
Gotta stay.
All right, watch and learn. Get your ass out of here. Get some.
I said respond.
That's not good.
Respond.
Not this guy again.
Come on, we need to get inside.
Why don't we use our grappling guns to get up there? Jump over all this shit.
Not much choice.
Alright, we're up to 2 uses.
What the?
It's them! Avalanche!
2-3, this is 1-4. We have contact!
I guess everybody and their mother knows we're here now.
Just checking. Yes, we have both of these scanned already.
It's on you.
Need my help, do you? Can't you sleep in? You're up.
My turn.
Surround him! Target spotted!
What is shooting at us? Everyone scanned? Yes.
Deal with that.
Guess it's my turn. Suck on this. Ain't no thing. Got a hole in the leg with your leg.
Now.
Oh, that's fun.
Where the hell would be settled?
Wind bullets feel like a good idea. Feel like a really good idea.
What do you think? Can we climb it?
Sure, with the grappling gun.
I just hope that this time it holds.
Up to 3 uses.
Push him back. Got it back. Not bad.
I hear 4.
Tough, but doable. Let's go.
And yeah, we're gonna need to use them over there. Here it is. Ooh, this thing. That's a new robot. Blast rate. Its stagger gauge is filled each time a certain amount of damage is inflicted. It's not because of any attack you use. Your attacks have no effect on the stagger gauge. It's specifically the damage.
Bring it.
could either be a really easy time. Oh, right. Then it does this.
Finish it. Let's do this.
It can actually repel you whenever you stagger it. I don't know why it doesn't tell you that.
You got this.
Okay, let's go. Bring it. That's the way to do it.
Damn it. If any of this crumbles, we're all going down.
Thank you for saying that again, Barrett. I don't care how true it is. Probably shouldn't be saying, man, could you imagine if we all just exploded all the time?
Don't you ever forget this view.
Yep. This is what they did to Sector 7. Just in case you're wondering, like, how bad was the damage, really? No. A lot of people died. This is what Shinra did to them.
Just thinking about busting into Shinra HQ's got me fired up.
Save some for later.
No need, son. I've got more than enough to keep me going for days. This the only way? Look down. You can do this. Don't look down. Just keep going.
Look down. It's fine.
Don't look down.
No turning back.
Hope you don't mind, let's move, move, move!
Not so fast.
Do I even need to go up there, though? Nah, just a treasure chest. But still, I'll count it as 5. 5 times I've used it.
Give them hell.
I'm gonna enjoy this. You ain't getting out of this. Huh. And don't come back.
Game is just like, get a load of that scenery. We had a lot of people work on it. You better enjoy it.
Hi. That son of a bitch is back. I thought we lost. Damn. Looks like there's only one way to go.
We were headed that way anyway.
Come on. Stop it! This is so annoying! Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You want some of this? TikTok,
Buzz off. Gotta be careful.
I'm just gonna hide behind the wall until that electrical discharge is done.
keep it up. You ain't gonna get away. Bring it. Bring it to him. Joke on it, asshole. Let's move.
Not so fast.
We got hella troopers up ahead.
Ain't no Shinra.
Don't overdo it.
Ooh, no, I take that back. We need troopers.
I got your number.
For the same thing. Except they breathe fire now.
Hit fire.
Bring it.
Hope you don't mind if I I'm still kicking. How'd you like that? John, still got a lot to learn.
This is Remedy. Okay.
Cloud.
We yeah, we saw it earlier, but I guess now you wanted a more cinematic view of it.
I guess we'll build another bar.
Yeah. We will. You'll help too, won't you?
For a price.
Yeah, right. He smiled. Six. I can't believe I'm counting this one too, but yeah, this makes 7.
Run!
Oh, run, damn it, run! Move your ass! Shit, look out! Was getting tired of playing tag anyway. Come on.
Take the lead.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Right? Time to scan the Valkyrie. It's flying, it's robot, melee, lightning, and wind attacks rapidly fill its stagger gauge. The long range and magic attacks only have a slight effect. All attacks have a slight effect on the stagger gauge during limiter override. Deal a certain amount of physical damage to slow its movement.
Check out this shit right here. Oh, you in trouble now. Ooh, gotta love it. Want some more? Got a whole heap of land with your name on it.
Here comes Napalm.
Gotta love it. Suck on this.
You okay? Grab on!
That was close.
Haven't done with us yet.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's blow bitch out of the sky. Hope you don't mind. That all you got? Want some more? Got a whole heap of land with your name pouring up. What the hell?
Yep, now that will help her.
Nah. Don't piss me, mate.
Oh.
Oh, you got shit, bitch.
Don't get caught in the open.
Hope you don't mind if I fill you for the hole.
Bit of I do like that you can get it to hit itself with that. Fire in the hole.
Won't be nothing left for you when I'm through. Want some more? Asshole!
And time to summon its weakness! The Fat Chocobo! Actually, I have no idea if it's even needed, but I want to summon it.
Choke on it, asshole! We win again. Not that there was ever any doubt.
We should probably get out of here.
Now what?
Shit!
Good catch. And yes, I know. Should rip his arm right off.
There's such a thing as too much excitement.
Yeah. And there's still more to come.
Guess so.
Hope everybody's warmed up.
We made it, everyone. Shinra HQ.
That's good.
Rolled out the welcome wagon.
Gotta say, I can't help but wonder if this is a lost cause.
Well, you know, some lost causes are worth fighting for.
Let's just think this through.
So, I got an idea. Frontal assault, guns blazing. Make for a good story.
Why'd we bring you along again? Rear entrance. We'll get inside via the parking garage.
Security's looking pretty tight.
Huh. So they know what they're up against.
Somehow, I don't think it's all for us. Could be for Avalanche. Or maybe even Wutai.
Can't be for Wutai. What about the ceasefire?
That only put the war on pause.
Yeah, there's still a lot of animosity for Wutai. Understandably so.
We're here to rescue Aerith, remember? We don't need more attention than what we're gonna get. We need to be smart.
Yeah, I hear you. But my soul's screaming for payback, you know? I'm a ticking time bomb. And sooner or later, I'm gonna have to blow up.
Well, then make it later.
Shinra truck, isn't it?
Come on.
There's no... I find it very unlikely they didn't hear that. No, they'd see us.
How's it looking out there?
Anything?
Nah.
There's no way they're that dense.
Roger. Okay, head on in.
So far, so good.
Where'd you come from?
Mow him down.
Hey, what's going on?
Bring it on.
The idea was to not get noticed.
I'll take my time.
You never wanted to be stealthy in the first place.
Yay, time to murder more people just doing their job.
It's feeling like a proper party now.
Let's keep moving. Should be a service entrance in the back.
Can't get in contact with...
Oh yeah, another one in the bag.
Always do.
Get them!
More triple slash. A Molotov cocktail. Yeah, I have not been using any of the elemental items in this game.
Go all out.
You're out of here.
Give me a break. Come on.
Everyone just act natural.
Nobody's home.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea where they might be holding Aerith?
I'm thinking a research facility. That'd make the most sense.
And where is that?
Upper floors. Maybe near the top. That's where you are.
Maybe.
Maybe we can use the console at the reception desk to find out. This building's incredible.
A shining monument. One of these days, I'm gonna tear it down and burn it up.
But not today.
Oh, right. We have to actually examine that before it tells me to go upstairs.
I don't know about you, but I don't think we should try touching it.
Shit, making life hard.
Let's just keep heading up.
So, how do we get upstairs?
Either the elevator or the emergency stairwell.
Isn't the lab we're looking for on one of the top floors? I vote we take the elevator. No getting upstairs without a key card, huh?
Think we're gonna need a few before this is over.
Pretty sure I saw one lying around.
The reception desk.
Yeah, but how to get in?
Go up and over, maybe? Look. Pretty sure we could reach it if we hop across those lights.
I don't know.
I think I'll give it a shot. As the lightest one here, I figure I've got the best chance. You two can sit back and watch. Okay, guys. Wish me luck.
You be careful.
Aren't I always?
And jump.
Tifa!
Oh shit! Tifa!
Are you okay?
I thought I was dead for sure.
Why is that a thing I can do? Why is standing on the car something I can do? Ah, because I can stand on these cars.
Hand over hand, huh? That's fine. Bring it on.
Come on, turn left. Not too far. There we go. thrilling gameplay!
This isn't so bad. Pretty close now. Just need to make it over there.
Come on, go forward. You serious? Gosh, you are just picky, aren't you? Come on. There we go. I'm hitting go. Come on, turn. Okay. I was hitting the stick. Like, that's why I don't like the monkey bar sections. Because they're very unresponsive.
Almost there. Just need to get across those platforms.
Alright, time for the finale. Made it!
That's some fine work.
I might be able to disable security from here. Huh?
Ha! Hot damn, girl.
But I didn't do anything.
Shit, I'll take it. So you can use that to look up what floor the research facility's on?
I think so. Give me a sec. Bingo. Professor Hojo's lab. 65th floor looks like. Huh. Guess we can only get to the 59th floor via the elevators or stairs. To access any level above that, we need to check in at the Skyview Hall reception.
59th floor it is then.
Right.
Let's use the elevator. Because walking up all those stairs is pain.
Going up. Doors closing.
So what can we expect further up?
More security and restrictions. It's not gonna get any easier.
10th floor. Doors opening.
Intruders!
Oh man.
Nothing's gonna stop us.
You would say that.
Wasn't expecting that.
Think anyone knows we're here?
Nah, we took him down quick.
Going up. Doors closing.
Wonder if it'll stop again.
People ought to try using the damn stairs sometime.
If it happens again, we'll deal with it like before. We got this.
That didn't take long, did it?
20th floor. Doors open.
More dudes.
Move aside.
Make way, coming through. Come on.
Would kill for a shower.
Going up. Doors closing.
Straight on up to the top now. Come on.
We just keep getting waylaid, don't we?
If you want to take the stairs.
Now that you mention it, no.
30th floor. Doors open.
Heads up.
Here we go.
Going up. Doors closing.
Oops.
Right. Normal people work here too.
She probably called for help.
40th floor.
Who's it gonna be next?
Doors opening.
Yeah. Yeah, we're safe here. What about you, Mom? You okay? Good. That's
Everybody just
what?
act
Oh,
natural.
They gotta be kidding.
Going up. Doors closing.
No, we haven't heard anything new yet. But they told us that Avalanche could attack again at any time. Just get somewhere safe,
Going
okay?
up.
Yeah,
Doors
about that.
closing.
A whole lot of normal people with families and friends work for Shinra. People just trying to support their loved ones as best they can. I know it's not exactly a revelation, but it's easy to forget.
A good man who serves a great evil is not without sin. He must recognize and accept his complicity. He must open his eyes to the truth that his corporate masters are profiting from the planet's pain. Only then can he redeem himself. I know you know this.
I do.
Tifa, we need to focus on saving Aerith.
I know. I will.
59th floor. Doors opening.
70, 80, 90, 100%, 110. Mako supersaturation confirmed.
Engaging materia cooling to reduce temperature.
Madam Director, you have a meeting shortly.
Stop. Your timing is impeccably atrocious.
Mako density and materia integrity are both holding steady.
Registering mass increase in core materia.
Well, that's weird.
Now, show me something truly exquisite.
Contaminants registered.
We're leaving.
Materia growth accelerating, outpacing models. Registering crystallization within the reserve tanks.
The reaction is out of control! We have to stop it quickly!
Clean up the mess, would you?
Ma'am.
They're dead.
So this is the Skyview Hall, huh? Bet this place cost a fortune and then some.
Let's look for reception.
You must be here for our grand tour. Visitors have access to floors 60, 61, 62, as well as floor 63. You will proceed in that order. By the exit of each floor, you will find a device that will allow you to update the keycard in your possession, thereby allowing you to access the next floor. And now begins your grand tour. Please enjoy the Shinra experience.
Why has this whole thing gotta be such a big pain in the ass?
I don't know about you, but this is kind of weird.
You think everything's going too well?
Yeah, I do. Think this is a trap?
Ha! If it is, then bring it on. Let's get this party started.
So yeah, now we have to go on their little Shinra tour.
Man, why we gotta get all these damn key cards just to get anywhere?
This is Shinra HQ. The hell did you expect?
Says the former company man himself. Guess you'd know about all the rules, regulations, and red tape. It's like coming home, huh?
Yes, every reactor, every pillar. Like I said, a full inspection. There's no telling what kind of damage there might be. If you see anything out of the ordinary, I want to know.
Sorry to bother you, sir.
No, it's fine.
I brought the damage assessment for Sector 7 you requested. Sir, perhaps you should try and get some sleep.
No, not yet. I need to finish preparing my draft of the reconstruction plan before tonight's board meeting. Whatever reasons they might have had, destroying an entire sector it's beyond the pale.
Director, I would strongly advise you not to say such things outside of this room.
Don't I know it?
Something's afoot here. Oh, God. Can you imagine something gaudier than that?
Our humble home.
Oh, hell no!
Here in the Memorial Museum, you can learn all about our president, as well as the various divisions that make up the company. And of course, the city of Midgard and the miracle of Mako energy. Whatever takes your fancy, you're sure to learn something new.
Yeah, shut up!
Like, seriously, I know he has a big ego. He has one of the biggest egos ever. But a solid gold statue, full body statue of himself. Not just a bust. Oh, God. Here's the cigars he likes.
I think I just
His golden pistol.
Very highly of himself.
Let's see. Trying to get a. Let's see. In. I wish there was a way to like read that better. In grateful appreciation, Shinra Electric Company. Okay. Then we have this, which that's... I'm not sure what that is. Looks like one of their drills. Probably for what they use to bore out the Mako energy. Random tools.
Hey everybody, how's the grand tour? I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Wasn't it fun to learn about Shinra and our
Professor Hojo of the Department of Science.
The president's mementos? That was super cool.
Scarlet of weapons, testing. We got Heidegger of public security. And Reeves of advancement. And then we have Palmer, who's in charge of, like, what was it, the space division?
Moving along. The next exhibit will teach you about the important work we do here by giving you a closer look at each of our divisions. I hope you're ready to be amazed, because you simply won't believe all the exciting adventures we have.
And of course,
here.
not Rufus Shinra. President Shinra. I don't know President Shinra's name.
These all look so familiar.
I know his son is named Rufus. Let's see. Soldier experiments. Gunner model. Here's one of those arms we used earlier. The helitroopers. Ah, that's right. Urban planning. That's what he's in charge of. Reeves, that is.
Impressive, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed learning about our divisions and the wonderful ideas and solutions that are produced to benefit us all. Here at Shinra, we strive to ensure the safety of all residents around the clock. Teach you all about the miracle of Mako energy and our reactors, as well as the city of Midgar itself. So come on!
This is Midgar, our home, recreated in 1/10,000th scale. As you can see here, the 8 Mako reactors form a ring around the center of our city and keep Midgar running day and night. The Mako which flows beneath our feet is a truly limitless resource. At Shinra, we have developed technologies to extract it and transform it into the fuel and electricity that powers everything we do. Thanks to the miracle of Mako energy, our lives are richer and better than ever before. Mako keeps our lights on at night and made Midgar into the city that never sleeps. A triumph of technology and testament to man's potential.
Nothing but a bunch of lies.
Except that Mako has made people's lives better.
It's made people blind. Blind to the cold hard truth. Even I used to buy into that bullshit.
Ooh, hint at his backstory.
Makes me even madder.
Congratulations! You can call yourself a proud Shinra scholar. Now, moving along. Next, you'll learn about our progress in advanced science and technology. Please proceed to the 61st floor, the Visual Entertainment Hall. Welcome to the Visual Entertainment Hall, where we showcase Shinra's cutting-edge technology. Through an immersive visual and audio experience, please relax and enjoy the show.
I'm sure we will enjoy it very peacefully.
This place is empty. To the hell?
Better than being shot.
In the distant past, our planet was home to a people we call the Ancients. Many millennia before we discovered Mako, these precursors were already pioneering its use. Somehow they learned of the great reservoir of energy pulsing beneath their feet. And once they had, the Ancients developed the means to harness this bountiful energy and bend it to their will. The fruits of their labors have survived to this very day in the form of certain kinds of materia. Their scripture, too, has endured. We who are born of the planet, with her we speak, her flesh we shape. Unto her promised land shall we one day return. By her loving grace and providence, may we take our place in paradise. Alas, the Ancients themselves are long gone. 2,000 years ago, a meteor brought an end to their civilization. But before their fiery end, did the Ancients find their promised land? Even now, we have only to wonder. Times have changed, and the Shinra Electric Power Company is committed to changing and evolving with them. Like the Ancients, we've harnessed the power of Mako. Are they out there watching us, waiting for us to join them in some blessed corner of the world? A green and verdant land where boundless Mako energy will provide for our every need. Shinra is working for you to fulfill the hope of the Ancients and lead us to that promised land. We shall not rest until our dream is realized.
That it?
Well, hello.
Oh dear. A man of my refined taste running out of butter. Shorn of its proper accompaniment, this tea might as well be boiled pond water. No, it couldn't possibly have been.
Crazy ass thing made me want to puke. And not just because of the presentation, but the content too. Ought to come with a warning. That ain't for kids.
That wasn't just a movie.
That huge meteor, what was that about?
Like I said, nothing you should show a kid.
Starting to wonder what was up with that. Because that didn't seem like part of the show.
Congratulations! You can call yourself a proud Shinra expert! Your mission is to go out and tell everyone about the wonders of Shinra. Next, you'll be visiting the repository for Shinra's expertise and know-how. Please make your way to the 62nd floor, the corporate archive.
What the?
Greetings and welcome. Avalanche, I presume.
Who you?
My name is Hart, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I've come to escort you to Mayor Domino, per his request.
The mayor of Midgar? The empty suit that's just a mouthpiece for Shinra?
Yes. The mayor of our dear Midgar. The most magnificent city ever built. That Mayor Domino. The visual entertainment hall has been experiencing technical difficulties of late, and he suspected that these difficulties might impede your progress.
So what does the mayor want with us?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask him that yourself.
Guess we're supposed to follow. Look at this place. So what? You telling me the mayor's some kind of crazy bookworm?
Ooh, secret passageway.
Through here.
If this is a trap, you're a dead man, you hear? This can't be right.
Ah, wonderful. You finally made it. I am the mayor of the great metropolis of Mako. Domino, at your service. I must say you three haven't exactly been discreet.
Huh?
I wonder who's been cleaning up all your messes.
What the hell's going on?
Come on, think about it. You've been caught by security several times, walked in front of every other camera, and scared an accountant half to death. Do you hear the alarm? No? You're welcome. I can only assume your cell wasn't looped in. I am Avalanche's man on the inside.
Say what?
Huh. Is it really that surprising to you? You've seen where they put me. The mayor of the greatest city in the whole wide world, tucked away in a secret broom closet in the damned archives. The nerve. Those stupid Shinra pricks thought I'd just shut up and accept their treatment. But they were wrong. Dead wrong.
Huh. Well, this ought to make things easier.
We need to break into Professor Hojo's lab.
What? Why? You mean you're not here to give President Shinra his comeuppance?
We're here to save a friend who was taken.
But the president's gonna get his too, if I have anything to say about it.
Well, I don't particularly care what you end up doing, so long as it hurts Shinra.
Great.
So, I can get you as far as the 64th floor.
Hold up. You telling me that that's the best you can do?
That is indeed the best that I can do.
But you're the mayor.
But you're the mayor? Does this look like the office of a mayor? I'm a glorified librarian, nothing more. They don't even invite me to their meetings. Sorting records and reports, that's all I do. My hands and fingers have more paper cuts than skin. No one knows my pain, my daily torment. They've made me a pathetic shell of a man.
Okay, they did you wrong like us, but we'll make it right. So just calm down. Deep breaths, man. Deep breaths.
Let me see that key card of yours. Here you are. You can now use it to access the recreational facility on the 63rd floor.
And then what are we supposed to do?
You look for a fellow Avalanche collaborator. Identify yourselves and he'll give you a key card to the 64th. The countersign is, the mayor is the best! Midgar's mayor is nothing less. Everyone says he's cooler than the rest.
I mean...
Just say mayor to the guy, and if he goes, the best, with gusto, then you've found your man.
To be fair, the whole idea of a countersign is to say something probably no one else would say.
I still can't believe the mayor is working with Avalanche.
Would have been nice to know. Idiots at HQ should have kept us in the loop.
Mayor, very best. Mayor, explosive.
So, about this precious promised land of yours. Come now, Aerith, you misunderstand my intentions. I wish only to satisfy their material greed, so I can be left to pursue my great work. Our great work, my dear. You're the spitting image of her now. I regret it to this day. If she had only trusted me instead of trying to run, it could have played out quite differently. What a terrible tragedy to lose the last of the pure-blooded ancients. Though not completely, would you like to see your mother? Albeit through the lens of one of my microscopes. Did you really think we'd leave such a precious specimen to rot in the gutter? We collected and cataloged every last bit of her. Hair, skin, organs, every fragment of every bone. As breathtaking in death as in life. As you, my dear. Ifalna was elegance, right down to her cellular structure. And there it is, that same elegance. Oh, yes. Time for yet another meeting. Sit tight.
Yeah, he's kind of cuckoo.
Here's the 63rd floor, where loyal Shinra employees relax and recharge.
It's pretty late, but I bet people are still here dealing with the aftermath of Sector 7.
It's their own damn fault.
Stay focused. We need to find this guy.
Yeah. Guess I better get working on my conversation skills.
here we go.
They look busy.
Plate did just fall.
What kind of particulates in the air?
Seeing them like this somehow makes me feel a little bit better.
Support is getting overwhelmed by calls. We'll have to resort to AI operators.
Let's find our contact.
Not seeing any security around. One less thing to worry about. Where are you, Mr. Collaborator?
I think we just need to start talking to people who look the part.
Remember, say mayor.
If they say the best, then we have a winner.
Better catch him soon.
The hell's that?
Combat sim. You can use it to train for battle in a virtual space.
Does training in that thing really make you better?
You work here? I don't recognize you. Can I help you with something?
The mayor
is the best. I was told to expect you. Need access to upper floors, right?
That's right.
Before I trust you with this key card, I need to see what you can actually do.
Yeah, waste our time. Woo!
Do you know what would happen if you got caught? We're putting our lives on the line here. Prove you're worth it. We have a state-of-the-art combat simulator. It can provide a real challenge, let me tell you. If you beat the sim, then the key card is all yours.
Okay, and the combat simulator is pretty much another arena in the game. This really won't take long. I'm saying it's going to be perfectly easy. Is that we're fighting some robots and I'm using an electric greatsword.
Gotta be careful. Nothing personal. That's it. Was never in doubt.
All right, I've seen enough. I'm a man of my word. Here, this key card will grant you access to the 64th floor. You can use the elevator to get there. Once you're up there, just what is it you plan on doing?
We came to get one of our friends. She's being held in a research lab somewhere.
A lab? Then she must be with Professor Hojo. It won't be easy to get to her. Access to R&D is limited to authorized personnel only.
We'll find a way in. Know where we can find Hojo?
A board meeting is scheduled to start soon. It's being held in the main conference room. President Shinra, Professor Hojo, and the other directors will be in attendance.
Think they like surprises? We can even take the president as a hostage. Think of the leverage.
Try it, and security will be on your asses in seconds.
We need to find out what they're planning.
So you want to spy in their meeting? I have an idea. Head to the men's restroom. You can climb into the air ducts there. They go all the way to
and
the
I don't even
conference
want to
room.
begin talking about how much of a bad idea entering air ducts is, because I know it's a cliche, but let's be real. Air ducts are not meant for people. And throwing it out there, Barrett's huge. But yeah, we can gain things here like the EXP up materia, Gil up materia, the Rune Armlet, Supreme Bracer. Let's do some of these.
Here we go. I see you. Anytime now. I see you. Let's finish this.
And smack.
Enough. Let's go.
Can't get near him when he's doing Essence Drain, otherwise he saps your HP. Come on, hit. Yeah.
Was never in doubt. Get ready. It's on now. That's it.
Keep the pressure on him, he's not that bad. But he can still lay me flat.
Never again.
Just a second, we have assessed it before. Yep.
That's it. You're done. It's over. Let's go.
probably the easiest battle of the lot.
Not bad.
Oh no, a giant robot!
You're done. Not looking good.
That was easy. Like, I was just face tanking the whole thing because I knew it couldn't deal enough damage to kill me before I killed it. Now, for the high flyer team, this is great.
Hurry up!
Because this allows you to fight, like, a lot of bugaboos. And they die real easy and give a lot of AP.
Was never in doubt.
Bringing the heat! Don't look now, but it's about to get real! Yeah, got a whole heap of land with your name on Catch you sleeping! Stay down, asshole! Don't look now, but it's about to get real! Kick my ass! Shit hurts! Go!
Not bad.
Oh, you in trouble now!
And fire.
Keep pouring it on! I'm counting on you! Come on! Need my help, do you? Oh, you in trouble!
Nothing to it.
Ooh, elite helitrooper. Whatever will I do?
Gotta love it! Oh yeah,
Oh, Rust Drake, no.
Check out this shit right here!
Bring it.
Gotta love it! Suck on this! I've lived through worse. Want some more? Bang, bang! Choke on it, asshole! Always did like a challenge. Want some more?
No, no.
Hell yeah, bring it on! Suck on this! Boy, serious ass!
Oh, it's just so difficult to stagger it.
Well, that was educational.
Alright. I think that's good. I also think this is a good stopping point. Next time on Final Fantasy VII Remake, we will be continuing the Shinra facility, make our way through the research lab of Hojo, which will put us right at the end of the game. We may be finishing it next time if we move through it fast enough, and I hope to see you all there. This has been your host, Kazar Spell. Hoping to see you in the next video or live stream. And signing out.